Chester and you were the heart of Lincoln Park. You rapping and Chester singing, it was a really just a unique sound.
Mm.
And then to lose that connection with somebody has to blow your fucking mind. I can't even imagine the pain you were in. I would be angry with him.
I think
How
there's
did you
I think there's
do that?
points when there's points when I felt that way. I'm sure for other people it was the same. Even fans too, by the way. And that's natural. That's normal. That's like one of the stages of grief, right? That's anger's in
Yeah.
there.
What is it like to work with someone who suffers from depression? Not only is it difficult for him, but at the time you don't even understand the depths of it.
Right. That's true. Actually, that part is important to say too, because nobody knew the depths of it.
But did it scare you? In other words, did you say to yourself,
At
"What you
that
knew?"
time, no, it was let's go back to the beginning. When I met Chester, I didn't know his stories. As I got to know him, I would find myself oftentimes saying, I've never heard such a crazy upbringing, like such a crazy childhood, like running wild, like in the streets and doing hard drugs on the roof of his high school, just like complete, like just barely staying out of jail. And so different, and that's what made our dynamic what it was. It's like, I didn't
But
grow
did
up
it
like that. I felt like I was an outsider because I was like a mixed race kid that didn't have like a community to belong to. Like I didn't identify with I'm half Japanese. I didn't speak Japanese. I don't look Japanese. The white kids thought I was like obviously not white. The Latino kids were like starting to speak to me in Spanish. I didn't speak any Spanish. Like I just didn't have I was always floating around, didn't have like a home.
but because he had his issues, was he a difficult guy to deal with the whole time? Was it like, "Oh, geez," when you
No,
woke
no,
up in
not
the
the
morning?
whole
No?
time. Early days more difficult because we didn't know how it was gonna go. Like on early days Hybrid Theory, we were still getting started and we'd get a win here, we'd get a loss there.
Right.
We sent the song to the radio, they're playing it. Oh, the show is gonna be a kind of a small show. It's gonna be hard to get there. You're gonna have to drive all night. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna be exhausted. Oh, by the way, we all just got sick. Like it was hard. And so in the midst of all of that, having a guy who would sneak out, he'd just go missing and come back obliterated. Like you couldn't even talk to him. He's just so wasted. But also funny. You ever hear about that or see that episode? Was that Friends episode where they have the Fun Bobby
Yeah,
and the
Fun
second
Bobby.
fun? Yeah.
Yeah,
And Fun
that's a great
Bobby,
episode.
Fun Bobby's hilarious and fun. Everybody loves him. And then the second he gets sober, nobody likes him anymore. There was an element of Chester that was very fun sometimes when he was that way. And then usually the next day, it'd be like so dark. You just like he's super hungover, he's angry at everybody, yelling at everybody, and you're kind of just like, just let him, let's get through the day.
Did you doubt at any time that like, "Oh, now Chester's gone, maybe I don't wanna do music anymore"? Was there any of that?
Yeah,
No.
of course.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. It's like for me, it just felt like too much.
Mm.
Like to get back on it and try and do some version of music and also be seen through the lens of what had happened. Like
Yeah.
for that to be attached. It was like being a member of a club that I didn't want to join.